It's after midnight, and it's time for conversations about love, family, friends, sex, and life. It's Love and Life with Carol Riddick and Donavan West, only on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of Love and Life. I am your host, Carol Riddick, and as always, it is my pleasure and my privilege to spend some time with you. And today is no different. You are listening to WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, and we're already a second week into our journey of this new year. We're still on the heels of 21, but with grace and mercy, we all have the opportunity to do better. And I don't know about you, but I'm grateful for that. I hope you are too. I'm sending some love to our family members joining us on our socials. It's always so nice to have you here with us, especially in that midnight hour. If you are new to the show, family, Love and Life is where we discuss anything and everything as it pertains to love and life. But we do it with an honest and open opinion and without judgment, because we're human too. I don't know about you, but I am an advocate for trying to do better because, I know that I'm a work in progress. That's it. That's it. We have an artist spotlight today that I cannot wait to share with you. Today's artist will be Ty Avery, and I must say that I love his music, and I hope you will too. He's homegrown, and we love that. And he made his debut in 2018, and he went viral in 2020 with a cover of Michael Jackson's Human Nature. And you can find him on all music streaming platforms. So be on the lookout for Ty Avery. Today, we are continuing the conversation about living a healthy lifestyle. We like to provide information and options to help you along your journey. I know I'm looking for some help in that area as I am still carrying around these extra pandemic LBs, but we won't talk about that. What we will talk about is our guest today. Our guest today is going to give us some tips and share with us some steps to begin our journey to living and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. He is recognized as one of the top trainers in Philadelphia. He's been featured in Heart and Soul magazine, Oxygen magazine, on mensscience.com's blog, in Health Quest magazine, Philly Health and Fitness magazine, and the list goes on, and in a host of other publications. Please help me welcome David A. Miller of Damn Good Bodies Elite Personal Training. Hey, David.
Hello, Carol. How are you?
I will not complain. How
Good.
are you
Always.
doing?
I'm great. It's always great to catch up to you.
You know what? I have to say it's been too long, though. It's been a good long time. I mean,
That's
that was
okay.
before the pandemic.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
that's terrible. That's terrible.
But
But I'm
here we
glad to
are.
know that, yeah, I'm glad to know that all is well with you and
Absolutely.
yours.
Yes.
How'd you make out over the holiday?
Um, Actually, not bad at all. The family is healthy and safe, and dealing with this craziness that we've all been dealing with
Who?
over. I, How long has it been now? I mean, we're at we're at over a year, so it's been a minute. But it's the new normal now, at least for now.
Mm,
So it's no sense complaining about it. We just got to find how to deal with it the best way we can. So that's what we're
I,
all doing.
I don't even know that. I don't know that I'm still using the word normal.
Yeah.
I know at one point I was saying new normal, but I don't even know what normal is. I feel like we're in
It keeps
constant
changing. Yeah,
transition.
absolutely.
I keep saying
Absolutely.
that we're living in these COVID compromised times.
Yeah,
That,
absolutely.
that's the best I've got for it.
Yep.
And I feel like I'm running. That's what I feel like. I feel like I am running from it. Well, I mean, I am, quite honestly. I am.
If you're smart, that's what you should be doing. Staying away from huge crowds. I see people still going to some of these functions.
Oh,
I'm like, yeah, you got all that. Y'all have a good time. Good luck, because you're not gonna see me there.
and you
I'm
won't see me either.
No, absolutely not. You can't do it. You can't put yourself at risk, an unnecessary risk like that.
I know, and
Yeah,
but it's. I understand though. I understand
yeah,
we're all getting
sure.
restless and
Yeah,
we're
we're
getting
all getting restless.
tired, and
Yeah,
we want to get out and we want to see our loved ones and our
sure.
friends and family. So I get it. I
Yeah,
understand, but my
you gotta pick.
desire to be
You gotta
healthy
pick and
and
choose.
alive, there you
Absolutely.
have it,
Yeah,
is stronger.
absolutely. It's stronger than that.
It
Absolutely,
is stronger. You know
absolutely.
what? I will create video conference calls forever so that I can see
There-
everybody. That's what I will do.
that's the beauty of technology. The
It
beauty
is
of that's why Zoom is doing so great.
all of these
Everybody.
platforms.
Yeah, it's a Zoom and all these other platforms. It's technology. So it's a great way to stay in touch and still stay safe.
I don't know about you, but I'm grateful for it. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I'm definitely grateful for it, for many reasons. So my boot camp, my boot camp is usually, I had boot camp tonight at 7 p.m. from 7 to 8,
Mhm,
and my boot camp is a group workout. For those who don't know, it's a group workout, total body conditioning,
mhm.
and usually the studio is in, especially first week of the year, where everyone is on their New Year's resolution grind, and new year, new me grind. Um, the studio is packed with people on a Wednesday night, and it was not packed tonight. There were a few people here, but most of my clients are doing Zoom workouts right now. So
Yeah.
I'm streaming the workout live,
Oh,
and
wow.
I during one of the things I was doing in the early days, and actually the first year of the shutdown, was I was helping people get weights that they could use at home.
Yeah, okay, well, then I'm going
You
to have
know,
to ask you, about
yeah,
that too, because I've been on the hunt. I promise you, I think they're $1 million now for a set.
yeah. Well, we'll talk after. I can help you.
I do
So
need help.
especially the first like 6 to 8 months of the shutdown, like you said, it was very, very challenging to find weights anywhere, because
Yeah,
the demand was so high. All the gyms were closing down, and shutting down for a while, and so that meant everyone who used to go to the gym was now going to wherever to grab all the weights off the shelf. So there was no
right.
weights anywhere. Even my normal suppliers that I normally get things from, there was big time delays. So
Mm,
I basically got all my clients weights that they could use at home, and all of them have almost a full gym in their house now. They've got dumbbells and kettlebells and barbells, and almost everything that you can use to get a full workout at home. They've got it at home right now, and so they're able to do the full boot camp from their basement, or their exercise room at home. So
wow.
it still works out.
Okay, yeah, we all need, and we need inside information on that. But you know what? I have some questions for you about your boot camp. But
Sure.
before we get into any of that, for our family members who are unaware, can you please tell us all about you, who you are,
Okay.
and how you got to today?
So, my name is David A. Miller, and my business name is Damn Good Bodies, DAM. That's my initials. So, thanks, Mom, for the name that I got to use as a business name. Um, I grew up in Philadelphia, in Delaware County. Um, went to high school in Delaware County. Went to college at Penn State. I played a little football at Penn State, and at first I started off as a business major, didn't enjoy it at all, and one summer I took a introduction to exercise science and nutrition class. You know, I'm a jock. I'm thinking this will be a easy A for the summer. You know, I'm gonna knock this out. And it turned out to be really one of the best decisions I've made in life, because I learned much more than I ever thought I was going to. All the stuff that I thought I knew as an athlete, as someone who worked out, who exercised, who thought I ate well, I learned all the things that I didn't know at all. I didn't know very much at all, really, about the science of the body and nutrition. And you know, at the end of the semester, you know, I would always, after class, go and talk to the professor, and we would talk. And at the end of the semester, he's like, you know, I think you should, think really you should think about changing your major to exercise science. And I really didn't even know much about the major itself. And the next semester, when I went back to school, I did just that. I changed my major to exercise and sports science, which is now kinesiology at Penn State.
Oh, wow.
And the rest is history. I mean, it really changed my life, because this is my life's work. After Penn State, after graduating from Penn State, came back to the city. I was the fitness director at the main YMCA, which at that time was at the Central YMCA, which was at 15th and Arch, which is no longer there. But I was the director at that Y for a few years. And during that time, I was also personal training on the side. I would train clients before work, after work, over the weekends. And after a while, I was getting busier and busier on the side. And one day, you know, sometimes fate just hits you. One day, I'm at the gas station, gassing up my car, and someone complimented how clean my car was, and she and I started talking, and she happened to be a reporter for the Inquirer.
Oh, nice.
And so we started talking, and she said, well, what do you do? I told her what I did. You know, I said, you know, I'm a personal trainer. I go to people's homes. At that time, I don't travel anymore to clients, but at that time, I would go to people's homes, to their home gym, to their apartment building gym, to their work gym, and train them there. And she said, that's quite a coincidence. I'm doing a story on personal trainers who go to people's homes. So I was featured in this story in the Inquirer, big color. Inquirer, I don't know if they still do. Used to have it was like a lifestyle section.
Yeah.
Health, like a health and lifestyle section. And it was like a big color story. I was featured in it. And that blew me up even more. So people started calling me left and right, wanting me to come train them. And
Wow.
you know, within 6 months, I left the Y. Loved the Y, but you know, I always knew at some point I wanted to work for myself. Left the Y and just started only personal training as a career, and been doing that. Was 1994. I graduated from Penn State in 92. That was 1994, and that's all I've done since. So
Wow.
yeah. So a couple of changes along the way. I moved to Miami for 5 years, from 2003 to 2008. Came back to Philly in 2008 and opened up my own studio in 2009. I'm still in the Sherman Mills complex, but I'm in my third location in the complex. I started off with a very small studio, about 1,000 square feet, moved into a studio about double that size, and now I'm in a 3,300 square foot studio now. So, you know, just progress.
Oh my family, if you have just joined us, if you've just tuned in, you are listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. We are talking with none other than David A. Miller of Damn Good Bodies, Elite Personal Training. We just heard a little, because I know that was the the long story half as long version of David's journey of David's journey to today. I do have one question. When you were talking about, when you say the science of the body, what exactly does that mean?
Well, you know, it really, is a science of getting fit. It really is a whole capsule of nutrition, of exercise, of wellness, and there is a science to it. The body is a amazing machine if you take care of it properly. But there is a science to taking care of your body. And this time of year it's the New Year's resolution time. Everyone is on their get fit plan. New year, new me plan, and the great thing is that people want to do something. Unfortunately, the bad thing is a lot of people don't know what to do and how to do it. I don't really go into, because I'm at my own place all day. I don't really go into other commercial gyms, but when I do, you see the craziest things sometimes. You see people doing all kind of crazy stuff that they think they're doing the right thing, but they really are not. So the thing is, when the great thing is getting started, but once you get started, you want to know how to do it the right way. So number one, first and foremost, you don't get hurt, and then you stop again. And number two, that you're getting the most out of whatever you're trying to do. And that's what I try to do for everyone that I work with.
I do know that. I do know that about you. I can definitely vouch for that. I do have a question, because you mentioned earlier about your boot camp. Now, can anyone come to your boot camp? Is that for everybody? Like, can anybody at their, wherever they are?
When people hear boot camp, they think the Army, they think, it's something that's only for the very, very fit people. And that's not the case at all. I have people at every different level. I have people who have been with me for years, 10 years or more. I've got clients that have been coming to boot camp for 10 years or more. And I got people who have not worked out in years and know that they need to get started and they need to do something. And everyone comes and works out at their own level. So
are there different boot camps, or is it the same boot camp?
It's the same boot camp. Everyone is doing the same workout, but at a different level. So one person is doing a certain exercise at an advanced level. There's an advanced way to do a certain exercise, and there's a lower level to do a certain exercise. There's people that are using very high, heavier weights because they're stronger and they've been doing it a long time. And the beginners are starting at a much lighter weight, and they're trying to work themselves up. I've got one of my favorite success stories, and one of my favorite clients is a 65-year-old grandmother. When she came to me, she was over 300 pounds. She was ready to get double knee replacement. That's what, she was told she was going to have to do. She was probably, I believe she was diabetic at the time. Really, a lot of the people that come to me, to be real with it, they've told me this, that I'm almost like their last hope. That they've told me that, like their last resort. They say, okay, let me try. I've tried everything else. Let me try this. So that's kind of how she was when she came to me. And we're now, I think, 3 years since we got started. She's now down to about 185, 190, something like that. If I'm gonna show you at another point, I'm gonna send you a couple of her videos, and you're gonna see this 65-year-old lady that's doing everything. She's doing everything that people half her age are doing. We worked one-on-one for almost 3 years, and she just started doing she's just doing the boot camp right now. So she's 65 years old, 65-year-old grandmother. She's doing boot camp with everyone else, no limitations. She goes, she can bench press 2 50-pound dumbbells.
No.
I swear
no.
No. 2 50-pound dumbbells. I know no one's gonna believe that. I almost don't believe it when I see her doing it. Now, believe me, she definitely didn't start there. We probably started with 15-pound dumbbells. Probably where we started. But she came 3 times a week, every week, week in and week out. Never missed. She hardly ever missed a session. And she comes in, doesn't complain, just comes in and works hard. And so that's the kind of thing that someone can do if I don't put limitations on anyone. I don't look at someone that comes to me, no matter where they're starting from. I don't look at them and say, they're only going to be able to do so much.
That,
You start off where you are, and you gradually work your way up. You don't look at what someone else is doing and say, they're way ahead of me, I'm never going to be able to reach there. You just do you. That's everyone that comes. You're doing you, and
her story.
Eventually, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry to have interjected,
Yeah.
but her story alone, I want to talk more about her journey, because I do have some questions about her story. It's amazing. Her story is phenomenal.
It really is. It
And
really is.
yeah, I mean, because it's inspiring, and I definitely want some more of our family members to hear more about her story, because I want, in any way that we can, I want everyone to be inspired.
And she really is a, she's no superwoman. It's nothing about her that's different than anyone else.
I appreciate that.
She just tried. That's she
That's
tried.
The thing. Trying. Family, if you're just joining us.
Yeah.
If you're just joining us, oh my goodness, you're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, 96.1 FM and 900 AM. Stay with us, because we'll be right back.
Word on Jobs.
A new year is here, and if you're searching for new career goals or a new job that fits your skill set, visit wordworks.com to view jobs and program opportunities, including Community Relations Coordinator for WHYY, Disability Services Director for NBME, and Policy Director for Bicycle Coalition of Greater Philadelphia. Visit WordWorks at word.com and find the career opportunity that's right for you. Brought to you by Pico and Livelihood at Word Radio.
Imagine you on a deserted island all by yourself, or even being in a crowd of people yet still feeling alone. That's what being a victim of sexual assault can feel like. Victims of sexual assault are at an increased risk for developing depression, PTSD, substance abuse, eating disorders, and anxiety. Sexual assault can happen to anyone, and is any unwanted sexual contact such as unwanted touching, fondling, groping, or even rape. No always means no, so speak up and speak out. It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Black Americans have died of COVID-19 at over 2 times the rate of white counterparts. This is due to systemic racism and healthcare disparities. Here are some tips for protecting yourself. Wear a mask covering your mouth and nose. Avoid crowds. Wash your hands with soap and water. Use alcohol-based sanitizers. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Practice social distancing and follow World Health Organization guidelines. Quarantine if you've been exposed to the virus. Self-isolate if you're experiencing symptoms. Seek medical attention if you experience difficulty breathing, a fever, cough, sudden confusion, or pressure in your chest. If you don't have health insurance or a healthcare provider, try contacting your state health department, community health clinics, or local hospitals for testing and treatment. Together, we can stay informed and empowered. This public service announcement is from the National Black Cultural Information Trust.
When I cross the finish line, it's not just me. I succeed because of others. When I was pregnant, I survived because of others. At 32 weeks, I was diagnosed with preeclampsia and had an emergency C-section. Because my doctor took quick action and my husband was there to help me, I'm alive. Too many women die of pregnancy-related complications, and most are preventable. If you or someone you know is pregnant or recently had a baby, learn the warning signs. It could help save her life. Hear her.
For the Indianapolis Colts, becoming a running back was no easy task for me. But it's nothing compared to what my amazing mom faces every day. My mom was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy when I was 14 years old. Yet she's always there for me, every step of the way, despite her own battles. And the Muscular Dystrophy Association is there for my mom. At their 150 care centers across the U.S., MDA is the leading organization in research and care for kids and adults with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Their research is helping find cures and save lives. Watching my mom go through her daily struggles and the care she receives from MDA has made me determined to help find a cure for neuromuscular disease. That is why I support MDA, and that's why I'm so grateful to others who do too. Join me and learn more at helpmda.org today.
Hi, I'm Tanya Hopkins, aka The Food Griot, the host of Savory and Sweet, a new show about food, history, and culture. Savory and Sweet is a flavorful exploration of food marinated in the Black experience, seared with history and brazen culture. Each week, I'll fold in conversations that center food and drink at the intersection of business, health and well-being, entertainment, education, and innovation, while separating the facts from fiction on the sometimes surprising origins of what we eat and drink. So join me, the Food Griot, and special guests for Savory and Sweet, Food History and Culture, every Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. beginning January 2nd, 2022, exclusively on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Well, hello there, family, and welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so glad to have you here on Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. You're joining us at either 96.1 FM or 900 AM, or you might be on our socials. Thank you to our family who has joined us on our socials. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us. We're happy to see you. Happy to have you here. We've been talking with none other than David A. Miller of Damn Good Bodies Elite Personal Training. And before the commercial break, David was sharing a story of with us of one of his clients. When I tell you, I'm inspired. I don't know about you, because I said at the top of the show about these extra pandemic LBs that I've been carrying around. But when he said this woman, I don't even want to say her age because I'm so embarrassed. Okay. I'm embarrassed. But when he talked about her magnificent transformation and how she's maintaining it, which is the harder part, I think, for me, maintaining that. So let me ask you this. When she began her journey, you said she's into a 3-year journey now. Is that not what you said? So she's okay, 3 years into her journey. How? How?
So in order for it to work, in order for you to make a transformation and to maintain a transformation, it's got to become a lifestyle. It can't be, you have the mindset of, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, I'm going to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. You set yourself with small goals. Okay. So I'm going to try to lose a pound a week. I'm going to try to lose, that's a good goal. I'm going to try to lose 2 pounds a week. And you start small like that. You don't just look at it, because if you look at the big picture, if I told her, okay, you have over 100 pounds to lose, that's just too big of a number to think about and think that it's something that you can accomplish. It's just too much. So you find some small wins for yourself. A pound a week is a win. 2 pounds a week is a win. And as those weeks keep going and keep going and keep going, before you know it, you've accumulated some big numbers of weight loss. Now, for her, the toughest part, because she came in, like I said, 3 times a week, 60 minutes each session, and worked very hard every week in and week out. The tougher part for her was changing her mindset from her nutrition, and really, quite frankly, if we could have gotten her, if I could have gotten her to accept the nutrition principles as well as she had accepted the workout principles, she would have made those numbers that she accomplished sooner than the 3 years it took her to get to over 100. So but it's a process. Everyone, everyone has to get there in their own time, but you have to keep trying to make little changes,
Little by little,
keep
step by step.
step by step little changes. You can't do everything overnight. You can't go from 0 to 100, right away. You keep every week trying to do a little more and a little more and a little more, and before you know it, those little mores have added up to a lot.
Yeah.
You've made huge. You look back and you say, man, I'm eating totally different than I was 6 months ago, 12 months ago.
Well, tell me
I'm
this.
mhm.
Okay, I'm terribly sorry because I want to hear all that you have to share with us. But tell me this. So, what does it look like when I say I make the decision that I want to change my my lifestyle? I want to begin living a healthier lifestyle. What does that look like? So I come to you and I say that, and what do you do first?
So I offer 3 services. Um, I'm a personal trainer. So if you wanted to just have your own, during these COVID streets, a lot of people don't want to be in a gym with a whole lot of other people. They're just not feeling safe. So, so I'm working with my client just one-on-one. I try to keep as clean and sanitary a space as possible. Keep my stuff very, very sanitized every day. So my client is just you and I working out in the studio for an hour every time that you come in. So first of all, we've got to you've got to think of your workouts as appointments with yourself. And the tough part for people that are just getting started is thinking of their workouts as something that's a priority, and instead of something that oh, when I find some extra time, I'll fit it in. You can't think of it like that, because when you think of things like that, the first thing that comes up that gets in the way is going to get in the way of your workout.
Yeah.
And especially Black women who are the nurturers in their families, who take care of everyone else so many times to the detriment of themselves. They do all these other things. They're ripping and running for everybody else in their family and their friends. And before you know it, they're in bad health because they're neglecting their own selves because they're taking care of everyone else. So your workouts this process has to be a little selfish. You have to get a little selfish with yourself and tell yourself, hey, I'm important too.
It's self-care.
It's self-care. If you don't take care of you, what good are you going to be to everyone else? Someone else is going to be taking care of you eventually, because you've broken down because you weren't taking care of you. And during this COVID time, you've seen this happen so many times. So many of the people that unfortunately have gotten very sick and even worse are no longer with us. A lot of it is because these are people that their health wasn't great once they got the virus. And that's what this virus does. It seeks out the folks that are not as healthy, that have some kind of if it finds any weakness in your system, it's going to grab hold of you, and the chances are it's not going to let go. You're not going to be able to beat it.
I'm glad you said that, because I do have questions about well, number one, my first question was going to be what your feelings are about the vaccine and why you feel the way you do. But I'm so glad you led with that, because I definitely want to get into all of it about foods, everything. I have some questions. So we'll start with that first question about your feelings about the vaccine and why you feel the way you do.
So, I'm very much pro-vaccine. My degree is exercise and sports science. I believe in science. So, I'm fully vaccinated. I definitely believe in it, and I believe everyone should go. If you have not, please go and get your vaccine. It's going to help you. That being said, my feelings about this whole process has been that I don't believe that the government and the news media, the doctors, have not done a good enough job of relaying to people that you being healthier, you improving your own personal health is going to help you in these COVID streets. Someone that is, it comes down to your immune system. And your immune system is something that you can improve. You can get a stronger immune system by by your body being stronger, by you eating healthier foods, by you exercising regularly to get your body stronger. Those are there's certain supplements that you can take, such as vitamin C, such as vitamin D3, such as zinc, that can help your immune system get stronger over time. And if you make this a part of your regular lifestyle, your body becomes stronger and your body resists colds, resists viruses. It does not mean that it's going to help you not get the virus. You can still get the virus. We've seen professional athletes, basketball players, football players, every professional athletes who are the probably the healthiest people, the most fit people in the world, they've gotten the virus, but their immune systems are strong enough that they don't get very sick. They knock the virus out and they're right back to playing their sport again.
There was one thing that you said that I would like to go back to. You were talking about the different vitamins. Can you repeat those again? Because I know there are some family members that want to hear that. I know that that's helpful information.
So there was a study done on people who had acquired the virus, and one of the they found that many of those folks had a vitamin D3 deficiency. You get vitamin D from sunlight. That's one of the ways you can get vitamin D, believe it or not. And a lot of people, especially during this time where people are now staying in their homes more, not getting out, and Black people especially have been shown to have a vitamin D deficiency.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so vitamin D3 is absolutely a supplement that I would strongly recommend that I take it personally daily. Vitamin C is another supplement you can take daily. Now these vitamins are also vitamins that you can get from food, of course, from healthier, from eating more vegetables, from eating more fruit, eating more nuts and seeds. You're getting a lot of these vitamins and minerals they're going to help you and help your immune system. But in lieu of that, you can also help yourself by taking vitamins and supplements. So three that I personally strongly recommend are vitamin D3, vitamin C, and zinc. Taking those three on a daily basis going forward would be a very good idea.
I appreciate that. I definitely, I must say, I found it helpful myself because I too take those exact same vitamins.
Absolutely.
And I did hear that at the beginning of the pandemic. I did hear that. So I immediately loaded up on those vitamins and it really has been helpful. It truly has been helpful.
Yeah. You asked about things that I do for clients. And so when someone first comes to me, I'm looking at the total picture, and the total picture has to be, it can't be just exercise. There's the exercise component, and then there's the nutrition component. And once you put those two, you have to try to put those two together. I know people who exercise almost every day, but they eat terribly. And so they look like someone who, they kind of look like they work out, but they also don't look like they say no to a cookie. So you have to try to implement both parts, and once you can put both parts of them together, that forms a total program. So for a new client, especially someone who we've recognized needs help nutritionally, we take a trip to the supermarket. And I call it the clean eating supermarket tour. And what we do, we're spending about 90 minutes in going through the entire market. we're talking about every different food group. We start in the produce section, talking about fruits and vegetables and what are the best choices and how to incorporate them more. We go to the meat and poultry section, talk about the best choices. We go to the seafood counter and talk about the best choices. Go to the dairy section. And then we start to go through the aisles and talk about the best choices that are on the shelves. So many times, you've gone to, you know, I take a client on this session and we see things that they've seen every time they've been at the market, but they grab something right next to it that they didn't realize that they had, there was a better option that was right there. They just didn't know what the better choice was.
I'm probably that person. I'm definitely that person. I'm going to say that I'm definitely that person, but I want to pause for just one moment because I have some questions about that. But before we get into those questions about that in particular, family, if you've just joined us, you're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. Stay with us because we'll be right back.
What's up, y'all? It's Janae Latrice and Kayla J. Be sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. for Crosswords, sharing conversations across generations, right here on WURD. Progressive Black Talk Media. We'll see you there.
Email from school about the incident today.
Scary.
Tell me about it. Did you have any idea that was going on?
None. I mean, you saw Derek at the game last night too. Did you have a clue?
No, but you know, teachers like me, parents, we don't always know as much as you guys do. Kids hear first about what's going on with other kids.
Half the time, it's rumors.
It can be hard to tell sometimes, but if you're ever concerned about a friend who's having trouble with alcohol, prescription drugs, bullying, violence, anything, you need to tell an adult. Mom or me, a teacher, coach, school counselor, someone you know and trust.
Dad, no kid is gonna tell an adult about that kind of stuff.
I get it, but if we don't know, we can't help. Speaking up about a problem, that's what helping a friend is all about.
We're often influenced by what we see or hear on social media. Beware of disinformation campaigns targeting Black communities by using cultural issues to incite divisions, spread false information, and negatively influence public opinions. We're in this together, and together we can stay informed and empowered. Learn more at nbcit.org. This public service announcement is from the National Black Cultural Information Trust.
Hey, still shopping for the new year? Or did you receive a gift card for the holidays? Either way, WURD Radio's got you covered. Visit WURDradio.com and shop at the WURD Virtual Marketplace. You can support local, small, Black-owned businesses through the marketplace and shop today. Visit WURDradio.com/marketplace or WURDworks.com/marketplace.
Have I ever told you, babe, that you fill my life? Have I ever told you, babe, that you are my life? I thought that I could live without you. Now I know I'm wrong. Your love is like a magnet, girl. The force is just so strong. The type of feeling that I have whenever I am in your presence touches every part of me. It makes my body weaker. You look at me, girl, it's like a spell comes over me. But call me clumsy, girl, I can't keep myself above my knees. Cause I thought that I could live without you. Now I know I'm wrong. Your love is like a magnet, girl. The force is just so strong. The type of feeling that I have whenever I am in your presence touches every part of me. It makes my body weaker. So baby, come closer. come here to tell myself this loving that I have. I want you, girl, so bad. When I look at you, I know this much is true. You're beautiful, such a beautiful. To the things you do and the things you say, no one will make me feel this way. I'm grateful for you, I adore you. I hope you're here to stay. So baby, come closer, come get a dose of this loving that I have. I want your girl so bad. When I look at you, I know this much is true. You're beautiful, such a beautiful. Baby, come closer, come get a dose of this loving that I have. I want your girl so bad. When I look at you, I know this much is true. You're beautiful, such a beautiful.
Family, welcome, welcome, welcome back. You are listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. What you just heard was called Beautiful by Ty Avery. I loved it. Did I not tell you? Oh, it was so sweet. It was so sweet. I enjoyed that. And I love, sharing a spotlight on our own, our homegrown. In any event, if you have just tuned in, we've been talking with David A. Miller for the past hour, and he's been sharing some tips and some great information about how we can begin our journey to living a healthy lifestyle and how we can maintain it. Before we went to the break, we heard a story of inspiration, one that has me sitting here feeling terribly bad about myself, but I do feel inspired. So there's
That's what you should feel. Feel inspired. Be inspired.
So there's that.
Yeah.
There's that. But one thing I did not ask you about your boot camp, because you explained in detail, and I know we have some family and friends that are interested. On what days does your boot camp take place, and at what time or times?
So there are 9 sessions during the week.
Okay.
The schedule is Monday, 5:30 a.m. So I have 2 very early sessions for those early risers who want to get it out of the way before work. There's a 5:30 session on Monday morning, a 5:30 session on Thursday morning. There's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, there's an 8 a.m. session. Okay. So, and then Wednesday and Monday and Wednesday, there's a 7 p.m. session. So there's 2 evening sessions. There's 2 early morning sessions. There's 3 mid-morning sessions at 8. And then Saturday, there's 2 sessions, one at 8:30, one at 10.
OMG. Okay, so let me ask you this. Is that information located on your website? Where does it live?
So I have, unfortunately, my website was recently hacked.
Oh, you've been a victim. Okay.
I've been a victim. Yeah. It's crazy. It's happened to me several times over the years, but most times my web designer was able to fix it and get me back up. Vic Thomas is my web designer. You know Vic.
Yeah.
But this time, this time the damage was very bad, and it's crazy that there are people out here who this is their life's goal to somehow hurt other people. But so my website is down right now. I'm in the process of getting another one up. But so for now, I do not have a website. So people are contacting me on social media. You can find me on Instagram, Damn Good Bodies. You can find me on Facebook, David A. Miller, Damn Good Bodies. So that's how people are reaching me right now.
And I want to make sure if our family members who have just joined us that it is DAM. I want to make sure.
DAM. Yes, exactly. I'm not cursing. I'm actually saying my initials. Yes.
Oh my goodness, family members. Hello to those of you who are joining us on our socials. And for those of you who are tuning in and listening, you are listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. But you already knew that, didn't you? Because you're listening to us. And we're glad to have you here. We've been talking with David A. Miller. He shared with us his boot camp. Information about the boot camp that he hosts. We started the conversation about nutrition. I have a question about exercise. How specific is the level of exercise with age? Does it have anything to do? Because we just talked about this. I'm stuck on the story of inspiration. Can you tell? But I would like to know. I mean, because I'm amazed at her journey. And I know people who have worked with you. I know a lot of your clients who, and they all have success stories. I should say that I should have started by telling everybody that. I know so many of your clients who have success stories. And I should also tell them that I did go and I chickened out, but I'm going back. Okay.
Good.
So know that
Good.
too. Know that too.
Good. That's good to hear. So, I don't subscribe to the mindset of, you're a certain age, so you should just do only a certain thing, go to a certain level. So my birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy belated.
Thank you, Val. Thank you. So my birthday was yesterday, and I am 56 years old. Karen and I have known each other a very long time.
Yes, we have.
And so, back when Karen and I first met, I probably was in my 20s. Probably late 20s. Yeah. So, so when you're a young trainer, in your 20s, you really don't have a concept of what it's like to be in your 50s, which is where I am now. But now that I am in my 50s, I totally get, body aches and and feeling tired and all those things that you feel once you get to a certain age. But I'm here to tell you that there is a way to turn back the clock, so to speak. You don't have to be worn out and tired at the end of the day every day. You don't have to have so many aches and pains all the time. There is a way to, help yourself be, age gracefully, be better at a certain age.
I need that.
But it is a process. It's a combination of your workouts and your nutrition. And once you put both of those things together, your body is an amazing machine. And unfortunately, most people take much better care of their car than they do their body. If your baby was starting to act up a little bit, you go right to the dealership, you go right to your mechanic, and you make sure your baby is taken care of. You make sure it's back in tip-top shape.
I'm going to speak for everybody. We don't appreciate this tongue lashing, okay? I'm going to tell you right now.
I've seen it a million times.
We don't appreciate this tongue lashing, all right? We don't appreciate it.
So I'm a car guy. Okay? I'm a car guy. I love cars. I love my car.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, and I'm at the gas station. I'm filling up. I don't put anything but 93 in my car. Nothing else goes into my baby.
Yeah, well, that's a good practice.
Only. Okay?
That's definitely a good practice.
And I see other people at the gas station. They got their Benz, their Mercedes, their Range Rover, their Lexus, their Caddy, and they don't put nothing but 93 in there. And what do when they go into Sunoco?
Don't say
Wawa?
It. Don't say
they go and grab all kind of junk.
Don't say it. Wait,
So
you know what? That
again,
leads me to a question. You were talking
yeah.
about what? You know what? I want to hold on to this. Family.
Okay.
If you're just listening, if you just tuned in, you're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, 96.1 FM and 900 AM. That was our first hour. We're coming back, and I have some good questions for David in our second hour.
Awesome. Can't
So stay with us.